To a foreigner in the Philippines. Well, we're in our hotel room in Manila. Beth needs to be talked down because she's so hyper. Are you okay, honey?
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Just relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And yes, do try to stay awake during this conversation. So I will try to engage my wife, who I think would rather be sleeping. What have your impressions been of our vacation come rehabilitation here in Manila?
Yeah, it's nice. You know, we see a lot of buildings, which is not in the mountain. But I think I cannot live like here. You know, it's traffic everywhere, and people are really busy. You know, right?
You know that somebody actually.
Yeah,
Sebastian actually said that, oh, the traffic doesn't seem as bad now. The roads seem empty.
Yeah, because what Sebastian said, the video that Sebastian watched is last Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday afternoon, and that's holiday here. So that's why that the road is not in traffic as that, because no works, no school. But
gotcha.
the next day, like yesterday, oh, it's very, very traffic. Heavy traffic.
Very, very traffic.
Yeah, very, very
it's
traffic.
Very, very traffic.
Yeah, so, and then the difficult also is yesterday, after the hospital thing, we want to go to Jollibee, which is the opposite of St. Luke's Hospital.
It's just on the other side of the road, okay?
And we cannot go there because it's car are roaming around, you know. So we just decided, we just get a taxi and going to the mall.
So we were in that situation that we actually considered we can see the Jollibee. It's just on the other side of the road, but it's dual carriageway. There's a centre divider, and we literally can't get across the road. Just made me think about, why did the chicken cross the road? Well, I can tell you, how did the chicken cross the road? He didn't. He got a taxi. So
yeah.
What?
So yeah, so it's nice. It's our my first, not first time, I think, because we passed here when we get the Volkswagen 2015, right?
Oh yeah, but
yeah,
that was a straight drive.
Yeah, it's a straight drive, and it's nights. But now it's a day that we can see. It's Philippines is really progressing. You know, it's the buildings here, buildings there, rising there, rising there. You know,
you think that's progress?
Yeah, it's progress. It means that there's a good investment. There's some investment coming into the Philippines, and it helps to give employment to the people. You know, so it's getting Philippines is more on growing in when it comes to economic. Yeah, but sad thing is it's very traffic, and I don't know how to solve it. Right? I think there should be a bird jeepney, you know?
A bird chicken.
Bird jeepney.
A what?
A bird jeepney. You know, a big bird where people can ride. So that. So that
you're
is
talking
easy.
about the future when they might have floating cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we might have that. I'm just thinking about putting a jeepney driver, as they are now, into a car that flies. I think I'll be happy to just stay on a little hilltop in Bohol.
Yeah, and it's the different here also is the taxi. It says, meter. I said, no, 300, 400 going there. And then yesterday when we went from the hospital to the mall, the jeepney driver the taxi driver says, I said meter, and he said, yes meter, but can you please add on 50 pesos because it's very traffic. And I said, okay, you know.
Well, so the first one, when we went to the hospital for that first interview, the first one said 400 pesos. We said, no, put it on the meter. He said, no, 400 pesos. It's very traffic.
Yeah.
So, in fact, when we actually made someone go on the meter and he agreed, the fare was 104 pesos. So he wanted 400 pesos for a fare that was actually 104 pesos. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Eventually, what we ended up doing on another occasion, we paid 300 willingly because we were tired of standing there waiting for a taxi.
Yeah, and the funny thing about the Calesa, also our adventure in Calesa. When we came from the Luneta Park, the man there says, oh, 350 for the tour of these places, you know.
And then he showed us a picture,
Yeah,
didn't
he showed us
a
the
little
picture.
card, and it had all these glossy
Yeah, and
photos
they said-
laminated.
Yeah, and I said 300. He says, oh, 350, ma'am, that's the rate. And I says,
350.
can you bring us all of this scenario? And he said, yes, for 350.
Right.
You know, so and I said to us, wow, this is a nice adventure. And it's happened when I think we start around 3 in the afternoon, and then we finish around 5 something or 6. And
Yeah,
then
so
when we came out,
must admit it seemed very good value when we were having that, and I said to Beth, how much are you going to pay? And she said, oh, at least 400.
yeah, because I says, oh, 350, and then Terry says, oh, we must pay 400. And I said,
No,
okay,
at least
400.
I was thinking
And-
450.
Because we've been roaming around there, around for 350, and then I said to Terence, oh, this is really nice rather than taxi, you know? Because
We had a great time, didn't he? He did, good as his word, he took us everywhere. And then we asked him, can you just drop us off at a Jollibee?
yeah.
Right? Then
And
what
then
happened?
and then when I came out, I says, here is for 500. 500. Just give me
Yeah.
100. So we pay you for 400. And I said, no, ma'am, you pay me for 1,500. And I said, what?
1,500.
1,500 or at first I think 2,000 something like. And I said, oh no, forget, just 1,500. And I said, what? Why is it? You said it's 350 just to tour the whole area. And he said, yes, ma'am, but it takes it's only 350 per for 30 minutes. And I said, why you didn't tell us that? You said you the way you marketing us is, oh, you can go tour on these places and it's just 350. And he said, oh, ma'am, what time you came in the Calesa, right? And now what time now? It's been 2 hours and a half. And I said, oh, but you said that, you know. And
So he didn't mention any
Yeah,
time
he didn't mention.
when he negotiated and
Yeah.
told us the price of 350.
Yeah, so at the end I said, you should mention that rather than, because it seems that you've been cheating us on the way. We're very grateful, you know, that we're roaming around. And he says, ma'am, that's 1,500. And I said, let's meet out on the way. I'll pay you 1,000. You know, so it cut.
And that was after a lot of
Yeah, a lot of.
and it was beginning to get unpleasant.
Yeah, so we just
So
pay 1,000.
we just said 1,000, that's it.
Yeah, and I said to him, next time, make sure that next time tell your passenger that it's 350 per 30 minutes, so that you will not arguing, you know, your passenger, rather than you try to hide and sneaky so that you can get some passengers.
Well, he
Yeah.
evidently had that disagreeable
Yeah.
discussion with every passenger that he did, like with us. So
Yeah, but we're very grateful, you know, because
it was really
a nice guy.
good. And in the end, in retrospect, 1,000 pesos didn't seem so bad, but when you're expecting to pay something like 400 or 500 with
Yeah.
the tip, and you get hit with a bill of 1,500, then it smells of being cheated, which is a shame, because he was a really nice guy. He was fun, he was knowledgeable, as you'll see in that video.
Yeah, so
Just a pity that it turned out that he was also a cheat.
yeah, I think he just happened that, you know, just trying to or just give it him, you know. So that's our little adventure. We're now yesterday we met. When we arrived here, we're very grateful to Herms for
For bringing us here.
here,
Yeah.
because they knows the place also. And then yesterday we met another friend and subscribers. So
That was
thank you.
Lisa,
And Chris, you
Lisa
know.
and Chris.
And then today we're going to meet our friend John, Saint John.
Saint John of Manila,
Yeah.
who was so very kind in the early part of our YouTube channel, and we're looking forward very much to meeting John. He was a great source of information about various things that were happening when we first were here, and so we're looking forward to seeing him, and we'll hope also before we leave we'll hope to see Lisa and Chris before we actually go. So that's where we are right now. We've
so
had a great time.
we got the airplane at the top of the roof. So please like, comment, and subscribe because we're in Pasay, which the airplane seems just on the top.
We're on the flight path.
So have a good day, good morning. Thank you. God bless.